Hello, good Shabbos. I can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Now I can hear you.
Great.
Shabbat shalom, Rabbi.
Shabbat shalom. So,
I do that all the time. I forget.
yeah, I know. Well, everything's been kind of wacky today with getting on Zoom, and so
Right.
there's all kinds of problems.
I'm a technology troglodyte, so
Oh, you are?
terrible. I know nothing.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm somewhere in between from that.
Okay. I have a great tech, as I call him, my techspert, who lives where I live in the Washington, D.C. area. I've been down here almost 5 years now, and I still keep him as my tech advisor.
That's good. That's good. Well, maybe we could use him as a tech advisor at the shul. So it's kind of
How
tough.
was your week?
Oh, it was good. It was a good week. Good week. I'm glad it's Shabbat though.
Yeah, I'm glad it's Shabbat.
Yeah.
You know, Monday's a holiday, Juneteenth.
Yes, I know. Yeah, Juneteenth. Yeah. Yeah. Very important for the African American community,
Yes.
for the Black community. So yeah.
Important to all of us, but particularly important to the African.
Yeah, no, it's true. But I don't know if you're aware of this, but at Temple Beth David, rabbis can't really talk too much, or spiritual leaders, about political things. So
Right, okay.
yeah,
Mum's the word, Rabbi.
it's probably a good thing. It's probably a good thing. So.
Hi, Mike. Good Shabbos.
Good Shabbos, Mike.
And Susan, good Shabbos.
Susan too.
Good Shabbos, we're here.
Good Shabbos.
Hello, good Shabbos.
There's Stephen and Joel, his whole family.
Wow.
So Joel's going to be davening for us.
Oh, nice.
Yes, because I didn't want you to have to listen to my voice. So Joel's going to do some davening. So
You're a great storyteller, Rabbi.
thank you. Thank you. But I think for Shabbat, we need a beautiful voice, and Joel has a good one. So, okay. Hi, Joel.
Hello.
Can you hear me?
Yes. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. There's a little bit of an echo, but I
Everybody
think
has.
we're okay.
Right.
So
Let me
we're
see if
just
I can fix
gonna
that.
wait a couple of minutes to see if anybody else gets on. And then we'll get started, okay?
Okay.
So at this other synagogue I served at, while we were waiting, we used to go around and say what great things, one great thing that happened during the week. So if anybody has one great thing that happened during the week and you want to share it, you can do so. Well, we just wait another minute. Anybody? Nobody had a great thing?
No great thing.
No great thing. Well, I had a great thing. I got to know Joel. So that was a great thing for me.
There you go.
And we're
Yeah.
going to get to listen to him now. So
Yeah.
that's great. It's still a week.
It's
Right.
it's a great thing. So yeah, we really appreciate him helping us out and setting the sound of Shabbat with beautiful melodies that he worked hard to learn or relearn from his bar mitzvah.
Yeah.
We actually booked a cruise. We're going away on a cruise to Italy, so
Ooh,
that
nice.
should be a nice thing.
That's nice.
That's a nice thing.
That's
That's a great thing.
great thing.
So
Means we're moving on from the pandemic. You can actually get on a boat. So that's
yes,
a
we'll
good thing.
see what happens with that then. So
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
Mhm.
so wait another couple minutes because we want to see if we can get a minion. We got 7 so far.
yeah, we'll see who's coming in here then.
Yeah. So
Rabbi, would you like us to mute ourselves individually?
no, Not yet, because we're still talking.
9.
So we're still waiting. We're still gonna say hi to Bruce. Here's Bruce. Hi, Bruce. There's Bruce. Hi, Bruce.
That's
And
9.
we're saying hi to you. How you doing? We're just saying Shabbat Shalom. And we're sharing some great things that have happened to us during the week. So if you have anything you want to share, now's the time.
Nothing in particular, but thank you.
Okay. All right. So we're just gonna wait another minute or so.
We should have some more people. I'm gonna get the troops together here, so
Okay,
we'll get.
thank you. I'm still trying to learn who the troops are, so,
Yeah, we'll get some more people.
okay. We just need 2 more,
We'll get 2 more.
yeah. My parents were supposed to get on, but they're probably, I don't know, getting ready for Shabbos. It's hard to do this at 6:30.
Yeah, 7:30 would have been easier probably. but,
Yeah, I don't know, I can't change anything, I just do what they tell me.
That's right. You just work there, right? So that's fine. So
That's right.
where's Daniel? Can we get him to show up?
You know. So.
Different side of
there's
the
a-
house.
Oh, here we go.
Now they're all the
Yeah.
troops are coming
See,
in
I
now.
told you, we just
If
wait
you-
a little bit.
See, normally what I do is I tell a joke, but I'm not gonna tell my joke now because it's not.
Oh, please, no.
Okay.
Now
All
we
right,
got,
Linda.
oh,
now that we have I think we have over 1 million, thank God. Shabbat Shalom to everyone. It's Rabbi Eisman here. Joel is going to be helping me with service tonight because he's got a beautiful voice and we're so lucky to have him. So we're just going to get started and we're going to go to, if you all would go ahead and mute yourself except for Joel.
is this being recorded?
I believe so.
Because I think you have to hit the record button.
I think it
No,
says recording at
it
the top.
is. I saw the record.
Okay, just checking. Okay.
All right, so we're gonna mute ourselves, everybody. We're all muted. Excellent.
Can
And
you
we're
guys
gonna
hear me
turn-
all right?
We're gonna turn to page 5
Yeah.
in our prayer books. And if you don't have a prayer book, you probably know all these beautiful melodies. But now we're gonna sing Shalom Aleichem. We're gonna welcome the Malachei Hasharet, these beautiful ministering angels that sit on our shoulders and escort us into Shabbat. So page 5 is Shalom Aleichem. Take it away, Joel.
Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Hasharet, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech Malchei Hamlachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Boechem l'shalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon. Mi melech malchei hamlachim hakadosh baruch hu. Baruchuni l'shalom malachei hashalom malachei elyon. Mi melech malchei hamlachim hakadosh baruch hu. Seidhem l'shalom malachei hashalom malachei elyon. Mi melech malchei hamlachim hakadosh baruch hu.
Thank you, Joel. And all of us should feel those ministering angels hanging over with that beautiful rendition. And now, after we're visiting us, we're going to actually break out the song by turning to page 11, where we're going to sing Lechuna Ranana, And you all are in your homes. You can be as loud as you like and sing it with him as much as you can, so we can all sing out in joy. Lehuna Radana, page 11.
Lechu neranena, lechu neranena, lechu neranena, l'Adonai. Lechu neranena, lechu neranena, lechu neranena, l'Adonai. Naria, naria, letzor yishenu, nekadma fanav bitoda. Naria, naria, letzor yishenu, Bizmirot narialo, lechu neranena, lechu neranena, lechu neranena, l'Adonai. Lechu neranena, lechu neranena, lechu neranena, l'Adonai.
So we're gonna sing some more. We're gonna sing to God as we turn to page 13. Shiru Ladonai, Shir Chadash, sing to God a new song.
Shiru l'Adonai, shir shir chadash, shiru l'Adonai, kol haaretz. Shiru l'Adonai, shir shir chadash, shiru l'Adonai, kol haaretz. Shiru l'Adonai, baruch hu shemo, basru miyom leyom yeshuato. Shiru l'Adonai, baruch hu shemo, basru miyom leo yeshuato.
Now that we have had a beautiful song, the heavens are so excited and happy they heard our song. So we're going to turn to page 14 for Yismechu Hashamayim, the heavens shall be glad, page 14.
Yismechu hashamayim, hashamayim, yismechu hashamayim, hashamayim, yismechu hashamayim, v'tagel haaretz. Yismechu hashamayim, hashamayim, yismechu hashamayim, hashamayim, yismechu hashamayim, v'tagel haaretz. Yirom hayom, yirom hayom, yirom hayom, umlo'o. Yirom hayom, yirom hayom, yirom hayom, umlo'o. Yirom hayom, yirom hayom, yirom hayom, umlo'o. Yirom hayom, yirom hayom, yirom hayom, umlo'o.
And now we're going to turn to page 20 as we sing together Romamu.
Romemu Adonai Eloheinu ve'ishtachavu lehar kodsho. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu ve'ishtachavu lehar kodsho. Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu romemu. Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu romemu.
And now we're going to turn to page 21 for Mizmor LeDavid, where we hear the voice of nature call out to God in praise. Page 21, Mizmor LeDavid.
Mizmor LeDavid, havu l'Adonai b'nei elim. Havu l'Adonai kavod va'oz. Havu l'Adonai kivod shemo. Ishtachavu l'Adonai behadrat kodesh shayai kol Adonai al hamayim el hakavod hirim Adonai על מים רבים כל אדוני בכוח, כל אדוני בהדר. כל אדוני שובר ארזים, וישבר אדוני את ארזי הלבנון, וירקידם כמו עגלי לבנון וסיריון כמו בן רעמים. כל אדוני חוצב להבות אש, כל אדוני יכיל מדבר, יכיל אדוני מדבר קדש. כל אדוני יכול אלי עלות, ויחס סוף יערות, ובכיכה לו כולו אומר כבוד. איי איי, אדוני למבול ישב, וישב אדוני מלך לעולם. אדוני עוז לעמו ייתן, אדוני יברך את עמו בשלום. איי 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 איי. Yay, 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 yay.
And now, after all the singing and praising and communing with God and nature, we're ready to welcome the beautiful Sabbath bride, which carries God's mystical love to each one of us. You'll find Lechad Odi on page 23. We're going to do the first two paragraphs, and then we're going to turn over to page 25 and do the last two paragraphs. On the last paragraph, you're going to turn around and face the door, rise and face the door to actually welcome the Sabbath bride, the Shabbat HaMalkah, in peace. Boi v'shalom, come in peace, dear Sabbath bride. Page 23, we sing together Lechad Odi.
Lechad Odi likrat kala, Pnei Shabbat nekabela. Lechad Odi likrat kala, Pnei Shabbat nekabela. Shamor v'zavor dedibor echad hishmianu, El hamyuchad Adonai echad, U'shemo echad l'shem ultiferet ve'litila. Lechad Odi likrat kala, Pnei Shabbat nekabela. Likrat Shabbat lechu v'nelecha, ki mikor haberacha merosh mikedem, nesu kasof maaseh v'machashavati la. Lechad Odi likrat kala, Pnei Shabbat nekabela. Yaminu smol tifrotzi ve'et Adonai taritzi al yadish, ben partzi v'nisimcha v'nagila. Lechad Odi likrat kala, Pnei Shabbat nekabela. Boi v'shalom ateret balagam bisima, uvetzora tochemuni am segula. Boi chala, Lechad Odi likrat kala, Pnei Shabbat nekabela.
All right, you may be seated. And, oops, okay. And we're going to turn in our prayer book to page 27 for Mizmor Shir.
Mizmor Shir le'yom HaShabbat, Tov lehador l'Adonai, ולזמר לשמך עליון, ולזמר לשמך עליון. להגיד בבוקר חסדך, ואמונתך בלילות, עלי עשור ועלי נבל, עלי היגיון בכינור, מזמור שיר ליום השבת, טוב להדור לאדוני, ולזמר לשמך עליון, ולזמר לשמך עליון.
On page 28, at the bottom of the page, we see that Tzaddikim are well planted in the house of the Lord because of all the singing and welcoming. So we welcome the Tzaddik in each one of us, the righteousness, and hope that we have a week full of planted and committed acts of righteousness. Page 28, Tzaddik Katamar.
Tzaddik katamar yifrach yifrach, tzaddik katamar yifrach, tzaddik katamar yifrach yifrach, tzaddik katamar yifrach, keres balvanon yiske, keres balvanon yiske, keres balvanon yiske yiske. Keres balvanon yiske, keres balvanon yiske, keres balvanon yiske yiske.
And on page 29, we hear about nature. The rivers rise up, Adonai. The rivers raise up their roar. The rivers raise up their waves above the rear of the vast sea and majestic breakers of the ocean. Adonai stands supreme in the heavens. In your house, beautiful in its holiness, your testimonies endure, Adonai, for all time. And that is the last of the Psalms for Kabbalat Shabbat. Is there anyone that has a yortzeit or is saying Kaddish for a loved one at this point? Okay, so we're going to turn to page 30, and all those that are have a yortzeit, we're going to say the Kaddish. Yitkadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah. V'yama divrach v'rutei v'yamlich malchutei.
V'chayekon, v'yomekon, v'chayei defol beis Yisrael, v'agalah v'zman v'yimru. Yehesh shmei Rabbah v'varach le'olam ilamei omaya.
Yitbarach v'yishabach v'yipar v'yitramam v'yitnaseh. V'yitadar v'yitalel v'yitalal shmei d'kedusha v'richu. Le'elam mikol berachata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechamata ta'amiran b'yamav v'yimru.
Amen.
Yehi shlama rabba min shemaya
Chayim aleinu v'yalkol Yisrael v'yimru.
Amen. Oseh shalom
Shalom
b'ramav,
b'ramav,
Uyaseh
shalom.
aleinu
Aleinu
v'yalkol
kol
Yisrael
Yisrael
v'yimru.
v'yimru.
Amen. Okay. So I'm just gonna share with you a little thought from the Parsha this evening before we start the Mariv service. So the Parsha is called Ba'alotcha, and there's a lot of chas in this Parsha. Cha means you. And so what does the Ba'alotcha mean? God says to Moses to tell Aaron when he climbs up the menorah that he can't just like take a match and just light it and then climb down. He has to make it rise. He has to make his impression on that beautiful menorah. He has to make sure that flame rises. So it's on you, Aaron, Ba'alotcha, to go up and up and up to make sure that little flame rises in the menorah. And then later on, they tell the Israelites, these special musicians, to make chatzotrot, which are which are trumpets. And the trumpet's purpose, they have two purposes. One purpose is when the whole camp moves. If they just all of a sudden start moving, they'll bump into each other. All the flags will fall down and they'll bump into each other. But here they listen for the sound of these trumpets. Now, the trumpets, the command is, and the second is during times of war, to know what kind of war they're going to have. There are certain sounds. And the rabbis say it sounds sort of like the shofar, these notes, but they're not really sure. And it says in the Torah, Aseh lecha, you should make these trumpets. You yourself, lecha, they're your trumpets. And so this past week, I was thinking about trumpets, and I found a book by Dizzy Gillespie, the great jazz player. And he told about how he built his own trumpet for his own needs. You remember he had the big cheeks. So he had his trumpet fashioned 45 degrees up in the air to make sure that the spit wouldn't come out and hit his fellow players. And also the sounds were richer. And then he had a special mouthpiece made to make sure that his unique embouchure was made. And he said in his book to all future young trumpet players, listen, you have to fashion your trumpet according to your gifts. And that's what this Torah portion is telling us. It's telling us that, yes, we have 613 mitzvot. So if you build a sukkah, you have to build it to the specifications, but it doesn't tell you how you're supposed to decorate it. So if you're into rock and roll, put up rock and roll decorations. If you're into like apple pie, put up apple pie decorations, but it has to reflect you. The same thing with the Haggadah. We have certain things in the Haggadah that have to be there, but there are people that make their own Haggadahs because it has to reflect you, whatever it is. And so on Shabbat, for example, we set a table, but what you make for dinner, whatever it is that you like, if you're vegan, vegetarian, you're a meat eater, whatever it is, you pick out your favorite recipe. And that's what makes Shabbat special and unique. Your little touch, your little flair, your little gift to all of these mitzvot will make them your own. And so this week is about saying, listen, I can't do this. God says, listen, I can't do all this myself. Come help me with your lecha, with the unique person that you are. So my prayer for you this week is that you'll bring out your unique self in everything you do, whether it's mitzvot, work, or whatever. And I'm sure that God will bless you in every way. Shabbat Shalom, everyone. And now we're ready for the Baruch Hu, which you can find on 39a. And for those of you who are able to rise, you may go ahead and do that.
Baruch Hu et Adonai HaMevorach.
Baruch
Baruch Adonai HaMevorach le'olam va'ed.
All right,
Baruch Adonai HaMevorach le'olam va'ed.
you may be seated. And I'm going to read this beautiful reading by Andre Unger on page 39a. Beloved, are you on the side, okay, 39a. Beloved, are you eternal God, by whose design the evening falls, by whose command dimensions open up and eons pass away, and stars spin in their orbits, yet set the rhythms of the day and night. The alternation of light and darkness sings your creating word. In rising sun and in spreading dusk, creator of all, you are made manifest. Eternal, everlasting God, may we always be aware of your dominion. Beloved are you, Adonai, for this hour of nightfall. El Chai V'Kayam Tamid Yimloch Aleinu L'Olam Va'ed. Baruch Atah Adonai Hamari V'Ravi. And now we turn to page 40 as we express our love, God's love towards us, and Ahavat Olam, that God loved the world and all of us in it. Page 40.
Ahavat olam Beit Yisrael Amcha Avta Torah u'mitzvot chukim u'mishpatim otanu limadita Al ken Adonai Eloheinu b'shukveinu u'vkumeinu nasiach b'chukecha v'nismach b'divrei Toratecha ובמצוותיך לעולם ועד. כי הם חיינו ואורך ימינו, ואורך ימינו, ובהם נגה יומם ולילה, יומם ולילה. ואהבתך אל תסיר ממנו לעולמים, ברוך אתה אדוני, אוהב עמו ישראל.
Amen. Page 41, we join together in the Shema.
Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad.
Okay, and Joel's going to sing V'ahavta with us.
ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם בשיתך ובביתך ובלכתך בדרך ושוקבך ובקומך וקשרתם להיות על ידיך וחיו לטוטפות בין עיניך וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך.
Page 42, the two silent paragraphs of the Shema.
Adonai Elohechem emet.
And now we are going to turn to page 43A. I'm just going to read this little English part where it says, Adonai avenged us. Adonai avenged us with miracles before Pharaoh, offered signs and wonders in the land of Egypt. God brought Israel from its midst to lasting freedom and led them through the divided waters of the Sea of Reeds. As their pursuers and enemies drowned in the depths, God's children beheld the power of the divine. They praised and acknowledged God's name in the Micha Mocha prayer, which is on page 44.
Micha Mocha ba'elim Adonai, Micha Mocha nedar bar kodesh, Nora tehilot osef ele. Malchutecha ra'uvanecha, ochei hayam lifnei Moshe, ze Eli anu ve'amru, Adonai yimloch le'olam va'ed. V'ne'emar ki fada Adonai et Yaakov, Ugalo meir chazak mimenu, Baruch ata Adonai, Ga'al Yisrael.
Amen. Okay, and we turn to page 45 as we acknowledge God's protection of us with the two first lines of Hashkivenu.
Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu leshalom v'hamidenu malkeinu lechaim. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu leshalom v'hamidenu malkeinu lechaim.
So shelter us in the shadow of your wings, for you, God, watch over us and deliver us. And you, God, are sovereign, merciful, and compassionate. Ensure our going and coming for life and peace, now and forever. May you spread over us your canopy of peace. Baruch atah Adonai, who spreads the canopy of peace over us, over all Israel, and all Jerusalem. And now we'll rise now for, if you're able, to Bishamru on page 46.
Vishamru v'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם ביני ובני בני ישראל אותי לעולם אותי לעולם אותי לעולם ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם וביום השביעי שבת ויהי נפש שבת ויהי נפש ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם.
And now the Chatzi Kaddish, prelude to the silent Amidah.
יתגדל ויתקדש שמי רבה ויאמר דברה קירותי וימליך מלכותי בחייכון וביומכון וחיי כל בית ישראל בגלה ובזמן קריב באמרו אמן יהי שמי רבה מבורך לעולם לעלמי עלמיה יתברך וישתבח יפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל שמי דקודשה ברכו לעילה מן כל ברכתה ושבחתה תושבחתה ונעמתה דמירן בעלמא ואמרו אמן.
And now we turn to the silent Amidah, which is found on pages 47 through 52. All right, we turn to page 53, and we remain standing for the Me'en Sheva, which are the prayers that we put in instead of the repetition of the Amida. And in the Vayachulu is the entire description, beautifully done, of the creation of Shabbat, page 53.
Vayechulu hashamayim v'haaretz v'chol tzivon vayechol Elohim bayom hashvi'i melachto asher asa vayishbot bayom hashvi'i mikol melachto asher asa vayavarech Elohim et yom hashivi'i vayakadesh ato ki hivo shavat mikol melachto asher bara Elohim לעשות. ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו ואלוהי אבותינו, אלוהי אברהם, אלוהי יצחק ואלוהי יעקב, אלוהי שרה, אלוהי רבקה, אלוהי רחל ואלוהי לאה, האל הגדול, הגיבור והנורא, אל עליון, כונס המים והארץ. מגן אבות בדברו, מחיי מתים במאמרו, האל הקדוש שאין כמוהו, המניח לעמו ביום שבת קודשו. כי בם רצה להניח להם, כי בם רצה להניח להם, לפניו נעבוד ביראה ובהוד, ונודה לשמו בכל ים תמיד, מעון הברכות אל ההודעות. אדון השלום, מקדש השבת ומברך שביעי, ומניח בקדושה לעמדוש לעונג, זכר למעשה, למעשה בראשית. אלוהינו ואלוהי אבותינו, רצה ונוחתנו, קדשנו במצוותיך, ותן חלקנו בתורתך, סבנו מטובך, ושמחנו בשועתך, וטהר ליבנו לעובדך באמת, והנחילנו, אדוני אלוהינו, באהבה וברצון, שבת קודשך וינוחו בישראל, מקדשי שמך. ברוך אתה אדוני, מקדש השבת.
Amen. You may be seated. We come to Kaddish Shalem, which is the final prayer before Kiddush, and page 54, Kaddish Shalem.
יתגדל ויתקדש שמי רבה, וילמד דברי קראתי, וימליך מלכותי, בחייכון ובימכון, וחיי דכל בית ישראל, בעגלה ובזמן קריב, והימרו, אמן. יהי שמי רבה מבורך, לעולם ולעולמי עלמיה, יתברך, יתברך וישתבח, ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא, ויתהדר ויתהלל ויתהלל, שמי דקודשא ברכו, לעילא מן כל ברכתה ושבחתה, תושבחתה ונאמתה דאמירן בעלמא, והימרו, אמן. תתקבל צלות הון ובאות הון דכל ישראל, קדם אבו הון דיבי שמיא, והימרו, אמן. יהי שלמה רבה מן שמיא, וחיים עלינו ועל כל ישראל, והימרו, אמן. עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל, והימרו,
Amen. And now we rise for the Kiddush. I don't know if Joel has wine, or grape juice, but I have it, so
Yeah, I don't have any
he'll
grape.
sing it and I'll do the mitzvah of drinking. Okay? All right. Next week he'll have some. All right. Page 55, Kiddush.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, borei peri hagafen.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kidshanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu, V'shabbat kodsho ve'ahava uvratzon himchi lanu zikaron lema'aseh v'reshit ki hu yom techila lemikra'e kodesh zecher l'tziad Mitzrayim ki vanu v'charta ve'otanu kidashta mikol hamim V'shabbat kodshecha ve'ahava uvratzon hinchaltanu baruch ata Adonai v'kadesh ha-shabbat.
L'chaim. Okay, and now we're going to turn to page 56 for the Aleinu.
Aleinu l'shabeach l'adon hakol latet gedula leyotzeh bereshit shelo asanu kegoyeh ha'aratzot velo samanu kemishpechot ha'adama shelo sam chelkenu kahem v'gor aleinu kechol ha'amona va'anachnu korim v'mishtachavim umodim Lifnei melech malkei hamlachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu Shehu noteh shamayim ve'oseh haaretz U'moshav yekaron b'shamayim ima'al U'shchinatu zo v'goveh meromim Hu Eloheinu ein od Emet malkeinu efes zulato Kagatu b'torato v'yadayom hashvate el levavecha Ki Adonai hu Elohim b'shamayim ima'al v'al haaretz mitachat ein od V'nemar v'haya Adonai lemelech al kol haaretz Bayom ha'u yeh Adonai echad U'shemo echad.
Now we come to the mourner's Kaddish, and all may be seated. I'm going to read the names of the people for the Yortzites this week. Betty Perloff, Stephen Lazarus, Felix Small, Irene Davidson, Lee Frame, Philip Eskol, Ted Frank, Goldie Satz, Ruth Boxer, Joseph Greenberg, Gussie Offenberg, Erwin Rockoff, Theodora Teddy Kritz, and we remember Arthur Schwartz, and we also announce the passing of our beloved member, Mona Moscow, who will be laid to rest on Tuesday afternoon. Page 58 is the Kaddish. Yes?
Rabbi, also Paul Schulman should be on there.
And Paul, oh, okay, I'm sorry, he's not here. Paul Schulman, anyone else have a Yortzeit? Okay.
Gilda Schulman.
Okay, so anybody else? We're missing people on this list. All right, so we're going to ask the mourners to rise as we recite the Kaddish prayer. Yitkadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah v'alma divrach chirutei v'amlich malchutei v'chayechon v'yomechon v'chayei dechol beit Yisrael ba'agalo v'zman kariv v'imru amen. Yehi shmei Rabbah mevarach v'olam v'yomaya Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitbar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh V'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shemei kedusha v'yichu le'ela minkol berchata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechamata da'amiram be'alma v'imru amen. Yehi shlama rabba min shemaya v'chaim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh Shalom B'Romav, Hu Yaseh
Bless
Shalom,
Shalom.
Aleinu
Aleinu
Ve'al Kol
v'al kol
Yisrael,
Yisrael.
V'Yemru, Amen. And now the mourners may be seated, and I'm going to ask Lisa to give us some announcements.
Okay, well, good evening, Shabbat Shalom, and welcome. Thank you, Rabbi Eisenman, for leading services and for your meaningful teaching about making your environment work for you and putting your stamp on it. Thank you, Joel, for assisting Rabbi Eisenman, and thank you for the nachas. On a personal note, this week coincided with my father's 11th yahrzeit, which makes Joel's participation even more meaningful to me and to my family. Tomorrow, Shabbat services will begin at 9:15 a.m. in person and via live stream. The services will be conducted by Rabbi Eisenman with Torah reading by Rabbi Eisenman and Yossi Ben Simon, Haftarah reading by Sharon Pikus. Daily minyan services are by Zoom only, Monday through Thursday at 6:30, Sunday at 9 a.m. Friday night services through August 5th will be on Zoom only at 6:30. Please join us next Friday evening for services again led by Rabbi Eisenman and assisted by Joel Hein. Join us in person for Beach Shabbat on Friday, July 15th and Friday, August 12th. Please note that those two Friday nights will be in person only at the beach and not by Zoom. As a congregation, we're participating in a shoe drive for Ukraine. So please bring your new or gently used shoes to Temple Beth David and place them in the marked collection bin by next Friday, June 24th. Let's see, Temple Beth David is partnering with Jupiter Medical Center to be a site for a community-wide event for Lifeline screening. Screenings will take place on Wednesday, June 29th. So please call the office or see the flyer in your early Shabbat Shalom email for registration information if you're interested. And thank you all, and Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom. Lisa, you want to tell how you're related to Joel for some people that aren't in the know?
Sure. I'm very proud to say that Joel is my son.
And we're so happy that he participated with us.
Just as an extra note that, you know, he grew up in Temple Beth David. So he started at, 1 year old as mommy and me, and went all through preschool and religious school and had his bar mitzvah. And it's really wonderful, full circle, that now he's a young adult and he took on this role. So beautiful.
Well, thank you for sharing that with us. And Joel's gonna lead us out with a rousing rendition on page 211 of Adon Olam.
Adon Olam asher malach b'terem kol yitzir nivra li'ei nasa v'chefso kol azai melech shemo nikra v'yacharei kichlot hakol levado yimloch nora v'hu haya v'hu hove v'hu yeh b'tifara v'hu echad v'en sheni le'amshilo le'achbira b'li reshit b'li tachlit v'lo ha'oz v'ha'misra v'hu eli v'chai goali v'tzor chevli v'et tzara v'hu nisi umanos li menat kosi b'yom ekra b'yado afkir ruchi v'et ishan v'aira v'im ruchi giviyati Adonai li v'lo ira.
if you'd like to unmute yourself for a minute and wish each other Shabbat Shalom and a Yasher Koach to Joel, we'd like you to do that for just a minute so that we can feel some Shabbat connection. So if you want to do that, go ahead.
Yasher Koach, Rabbi, and Yasher Koach, Joel.
Thank you very much.
What does that mean, Yasher Koach?
Yasher Koach, Yashir. So it means, so when you have, it's hard to translate actually,
Okay.
but it means that when you do a mitzvah, it's exhausting, actually. When you think about going up, you have to go up for an aliyah. So it means Yashir is to go straight, Koach, that you should have straight strength. And you should be chazak. The Sephardim have a better thing, chazak v'amatz, that you should be strong and of good courage.
Joel,
Which-
thank you for your singing.
Yep, thank you. Which is actually what it is, a sense of strength. So we give a Yasher Koach because it's a little exhausting to sing all that, right, Joel? So, but I wish you a Yasher Koach and a Shabbat Shalom,
Shabbat Shalom.
all of you.
Shabbat Shalom, everybody.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shalom, everyone.
Hope to see
Thank
you
you, Lisa.
tomorrow.
Thank
Thank you,
you.
Lisa.
Great job, Joel.
Thank you. Great
Great
job.
Good job, Joel.
Yasher Koach. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Nice job, Joel.
Thank you.
We are.
Hello.
I get to hang out with you. We
I'll
can
see you
continue,
in a few minutes.
we
when you come
continue the
home.
recording. Okay, I guess I'll leave. Nobody else is here to play with me. Okay, bye.
Bye.